Once upon a time, there was a beautiful jungle full of tall green trees, singing birds and colorful flowers. Every morning, sunlight danced through the leaves and the jungle felt alive. But over time, things began to change. The rain stopped coming. The soil became dry and cracked. The trees slowly lost their leaves and the birds flew away to find new homes. One day, a small panda walked into the jungle and stopped in the middle of the dry land. He looked around quietly. There were no birds singing, no flowers blooming, only dry trees and empty space. The panda felt sad. This place used to be full of life, he thought. What happened? As he walked slowly through the jungle, he noticed something small and green on the ground. A tiny plant was still alive. It was weak, but it was trying to grow. The panda gently touched its leaves and smiled. If one small plant can survive, he thought, maybe the jungle can survive too. So the panda decided to do something. He dug a small hole in the ground and carefully planted the tiny plant into the soil. Then he walked to a nearby stream, carried some water in a leaf, and poured it onto the plant. The soil became dark and wet. The plant stood a little taller. The panda felt happy. The next day, he planted another small plant, and the next day, another. Day by day, something amazing began to happen. Small green grass started growing around the plants. New leaves appeared on the trees. Birds slowly returned and filled the jungle with sound again. The jungle was breathing again. The panda stood in the middle of the growing green land and smiled. He realized something important. Big change does not always start with big actions. Sometimes it starts with one small step. The panda looked at the jungle and then looked toward the future. If I can do this alone, he thought, imagine what we could do together. And so the panda kept planting, not just for himself, but for the jungle, for the animals, and for everyone who would come after him. Because even the smallest action can change the world.